Hello. Well, excuse me. Hello. Welcome to Halloween reading sprints. I have my plethora of pumpkins and candles and mushrooms. I don't know if you can see that mushroom. You just right here. That's better. You can see that a bit better there. Can you? I don't know. Yeah. Welcome to Halloween reading sprints. I'm only going to be going until about, I think, just before 8 o'clock because India has her wine and movie night with her patrons this evening. So we're going to hang out and watch Hocus Pocus. I'm so excited. I haven't seen it in a while. So, hi. Hi, Ellen. Thank you. There's a midge somewhere. I can see it. Thank you. I still have yet to name this pumpkin, but I think he's cute. And my little mushrooms are keeping me, company. What is everyone going to read? I am going to finish. I started reading an essay from Disability Visibility today, so I think I will finish that essay. Maybe read the second one. It's not too long. Yeah, it should be fine. And then go on to reading something a bit spookier. I went and bought books today. Oops. So I might continue on with Once and Future Witches, or I might read one of the books that I just bought. Who knows? Particularly this one, as it's called Witches, and look how cool this cover is. Oh my god. So cool, so witchy. It's called Witches by Brenda Lozano. It's set in San Felipe, where traditional ways and traditional beliefs are a present reality. Indigenous healer Feliciana narrates the story of her life. And then Zoe, a journalist from Mexico City, attempts to find her way in a society straitjacketed by its hostile macho culture. Weaving together two parallel narratives, this captivating novel of two Mexicos envisions the writer as a healer and offers a generous and distinctly female way of understanding the complex world we all inhabit. I mean, it sounds so good. It's giving me Hex vibes, I think. So I might read that. And it's witchy. And I feel like I have to read something spooky and witchy on Halloween. Nachos. Oh, Blood of Dragons. That's the second. Is that the second trilogy in the Rain Wild Chronicles? You can tell I haven't read any Robin Hobb. Yes, I will do. I mean, there's not that much, but I will do a little book haul a bit later. I think because I want to show as many people. if people manage to join, I'll do a book haul later. I mean, I'm gonna message you anyway and show you what I got, but still. Oh, you did. What did you think? What did you finally rate it? Because I think you said you were like 3.5. But you didn't love it. So let me know what you eventually decided to rate it as. Alternatively, I might start reading, or like continue to start reading, Song for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. Look how autumnal this cover is. I just think it's so cute. And look at the little robot! He's so cute! And the little human down here drinking tea. I think it's adorable. I fully expect not to like it as much as Wayfarers. Wayfarers, The whole series is on my favorite shelf up there. So yeah. Hi, Money. How you doing? How are you getting on with your move? You poor thing. Moving is so stressful. Oh, it's the final book in the. Oh. I have got the first book on ebook because it was 99p, I think. Let me check. Bear with my books. Just gotta scroll through all the smut. Yeah, the Farseer trilogy. Assassin's Apprentice, which is the first book. I have got it. It's just a, 13 book series, kind of. It's a big commitment. And I heard that she absolutely destroys your soul. So, not sure I'm ready for it. I gave Once and Future, which is 3.5. Okay. That's interesting. Was weirdly paced, so I loved bits and wasn't keen on others. I'm very intrigued. I thought that my friend Caroline has read it and she loved it, and she's going to reread it in November. And I have a really nice special edition of it too. Why do I do these things? Why do we do these things? Because I'm assuming I'm not alone. Buying a nice cheap copy of Once and Future Witches or a book, not reading it, and then buying the special edition of it when you see it secondhand. Am I the only one who does this? Bad Chloe. Moving is happening. I'm proud of you. Moving is happening. That is important. Yeah, I've got to scroll through like all of the Katie Roberts and see what have I got here. I've got that Monica James book, the Irish smut, Talia Hibbert, Samantha Beck. I don't remember who that is, but I have like 3 of her books unread. Katie Roberts, Shayla Black. Then there's Jade Legacy. And then there's Tessa Bailey. And then there's Jade War. And then there's Carrie Fisher's Wishful Drinking. And then Trifles Need Not Apply, which I really want to read. And then it gets a little bit more sane. And then it goes to smut again. So, yeah. Oh, 16 books. Such a big commitment. It's worth it. You want your soul destroyed if it's by Robin Hobb. Interesting. With the Live Ship Traders trilogy. Okay. Is Live Ship Traders, where does that fall in the chronology? Is it like after the Farseer trilogy? I don't understand. Yeah, I probably will read it at some point. Just like Sarah J. Maas, I'm going to read A Court of Thorns and Roses at some point. I just haven't yet. Oh, yeah. Also, I'm in my pajamas. I was gonna like wear all black and be really cute and put my witch's hat on, but actually the witch's hat doesn't look very cute. It looks nice like that, but on my head it just kind of looks weird. So we're not sure about that. Also, I have my black hat here. Ooh. Oh, I really tried to go full nude, ma'am, madame. Also, it broke because I got it from the petrol station. I just thought it looked really cute because it's got the it's kind of an orangey, pinky color with the gold. I thought that was really cute, but turns out it doesn't look necessarily as cute on me. What do we think? Is it a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes just because you want to see me look ridiculous? Or is it a no? Don't know what that was. She'll take it off for now. Technically, it's after Farseer, but it's an easier starting point. Oh, okay. And it doesn't spoil Farseer at all because it's set in a different part of the world. Okay. I did hear that the live ship ones are much more enjoyable because they're kind of wacky. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I hope I'm not coming down with my mum's cold. My mum's been quite sick for the past week. To the point where she actually had to go to the doctor, which is unusual for her. Okay. Alright, so I think I'll give that. It's a stupid midge. Yes, I see you. Or is it a fruit fly? Maybe it's a fruit fly. Yes, I will give it a go. Because Ellen has now convinced me that I am a Taylor Swift fan. So I think Ellen is just bringing out a side of me that I hadn't known existed. So clearly I need to take Ellen's recommendation. Thank you. Like I say, I was going to wear black, but I got home and I just immediately got into my pajamas and thought, I don't really want to get changed. The black hat very much helps. Oh, look how cute it is. And it says, "Come with me, All Hallows Night. We'll frighten everyone in sight. Such pranks, for once, are justified, and fun and frolic amplified." It's got bats, it's got a cat playing a violin, it's got little mice, it's got a full moon. Just has everything, really. Here we go. Stupid midge. Can't really see it there, but that's okay. You know it's there. You should feel very proud. Shaw's been trying to get me to be like a full Swiftie for quite a while now. I think at one point when we first started talking, I messaged her being like, "Hey, give me some Taylor Swift recommendations," and she did, and I did like a couple of them, but I think I just forgot. Whereas at the moment, I'm just wandering around the house going, "It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me." Just all the time, basically. Right. It's 7:15. I'm gonna add share screen. I'm gonna add the timer. But I'm not gonna go just yet. How is everyone's day going? Did anybody get a chance to dress up for work? I got up at 5:30 this morning because I had to be out of the house at 6:30 to go to a doctor's appointment, to drive 2 hours, 3 hours to a doctor's appointment. My mum arrived at 6:30. We were out the door just before 7, and at 7:45, we had to pull over because I had a flat tire. So we really didn't get very far. It's fine, it's all sorted, but I'm just like, I'm tired. Hi, Moon. How you doing? I'm sorry I haven't watched the video that you sent me today. I think you sent me it today because I've literally just got home about an hour ago. So, oh, raving IKEA, you brave soul. I'm so proud of you. 5:30 is not an approved time at all. It was not very nice. I woke up naturally at 5:30, and then I was like, I could go back to sleep for half an hour. but is it worth it? No, because then I probably would have snoozed the alarm multiple times. So, yeah. Do we want to change up this background? They do have a Halloween background. It is currently raining. Save changes. Oh, that is quite spooky. What do we think? Also, are we good with 45 or do we want to do a short one? Let me know. Which book was it that I was gonna say, what book is it that Lala mentions? It's Kayla, isn't it? It's I do like books with Lala. Yeah. Hello, Beth. Be safe. I wonder what. Actually, I will watch it right now. We've got some time. Now I'm just singing "It's Me." Hi, I'm the problem. It's me, just over and over in my head. Instagram. Instagram. 36. 36. Adverts. The one with woman and some water. Is it the swimmers? 36. Oh, I want to read a Dowry of Blood. Oh, Sorrowland. I have that. I haven't read it yet. Nana. Our Wives Under the Sea. 605. Do you mean Our Wives Under the Sea? Because I have not read that one. I'll have a proper look later. I did pour myself a little prosecco, because Halloween, and I put it in my dark goblet. Look at that. It's got it looks almost like a dragon claw at the bottom. I think it's very cool. Okay, so 45. I think the plan is to read one or two of the essays in disability visibility, some of Once and Future Witches, and then make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to keep reading it tonight or whether I'm going to start something new. And that something new will probably be the Witches because it's so cool. It just sounds so cool. And I've not read anything set in Mexico City. Brenda Lozano. I love this bookstore because I always find things that I've never heard of in this bookstore. And books from writers that are underappreciated. So I think that's the plan. What is everyone else reading? I'll have a look properly later. I've not posted about that. I don't have it. I've never read it. Ooh, I do love Negronis. I was gonna do the Negroni Spagliato with prosecco in it. But I do love Negronis. I was talking to my friend Caroline about this last night. I do like Negronis and I love prosecco, so I should make one of these Spagliato thingies. I want to know what Stanley Tucci's Negroni is. So you'll have to let me know what's actually in it. But I'm glad it's good. Oh, what did you finish? What did you finish? Right. So we're gonna go for 45, and I think we are gonna go with the haunted house because it looks cool and spooky. And yeah, okay. Let me know what you're doing and or reading during the sprint, and I will catch up with you in 45. Hello. I had to read the last little bit of the chapter because I was like, I was right at the very end. Need to finish the chapter. Oh my goodness. How did we all get on? Oops. I support this decision. Hi Kendall, thanks for joining. How you doing? Oh no, getting over a cold. Everyone I know is sick at the moment, or just like recovering from being sick. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, so jealous. Oof. Yikes. Hi. Thanks for joining, Beth. Ooh. Teeny book. We like it. What's it about? Oh, I've never heard this one. Thomas Old Hewlett. Hex. I'm gonna look it up. Hex by Thomas. That's familiar. Ooh. A story about a 350-year-old witch who just appears wherever she wants to around town, and all everyone does is throw a dish towel. Oh, go away. Welcome to Black Spring, Hudson Valley, the Black Rock Witch. Ooh. God, that sounds so cool. Wow. I absolutely forgot to sign up to vote in the midterms. Oops. My mum kept coming around and being like, "Here's the information. We need to figure out how to do it." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And then I just kept forgetting. Terrible Democrat. Yeah, same. I can't remember the last time we actually got to vote for the actual leader, the leading party. Oh. I love that Rishi Sunak was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna get this COP27 thing," and then everyone was like, "I think you should," and he was like, Then Boris Johnson was like, "I'm gonna go," and he's like, "Okay, maybe I'll go." What the fuck is wrong with these children? Sorry. Yep, they keep deciding for us, and I hate it. I'm done with it. I'm sick of the Tories. Can we get them out? They've been in power for 12 years. I'm done with it. Oh, okay. Was that Hex the original? Like, not the original. What am I talking about? Hex by Jenny Fagan. Because I read that and I really liked it. But Hex by Thomas Oldie. I've never heard of it, but it sounds good. He's the best-selling author. Oh, he's not old. He's just, his name is old. Okay. 1983 is the international best-selling author of Hex. The much-praised novel was published in over 25 countries and around the world and is currently in development for TV by Gary Doberman, whose last name in Dutch means Old Hill. Oh, I see. That makes sense. Was the first ever translated author to win a Hugo Award. Wow. Good for him. That does sound cool. Well, you have to let us know what it's like. Because I'm very curious. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Um, yeah, me too. I cried. I actually read it on the way up to Edinburgh and on the way back from Edinburgh because I was like, oh, it's fitting. And I finished it on the way back, and this is after me going, I want to move to Edinburgh. It's so nice. I love it there. Um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back up to Edinburgh because I just thought it was amazing, but potentially not in the winter. My mum likes to tell me that she had an ex-boyfriend who lived in Edinburgh, and he had to turn on the hairdryer every morning when he woke up so that he could warm up enough to actually do anything. Um, yes, need to drink water, absolutely, especially when you're crying. It was so cool. I loved it. I just love the way there's like a big, massive. I mean, it's a mountain almost. Is it a mountain or a hill? Just like in the middle of the city. You know, they built the city around the hill. It's just you look down the road and it's like, oh, there's a massive hill there. Great, cool. Oh, you have to go. It's brilliant. It's really lovely. I've been wanting to go for ages, and then I was talking to my friend whose boyfriend is from Scotland, and she was like, "You do realize that like Edinburgh is only about 3 hours away from Durham on the train?" Because I was like, "Oh, I'm going up to Durham next week," and I was like, "I didn't realize that." And she's like, "Maybe you should go." Since she wanted to go for years. Um, ooh. Oh, am I back? Am I back? Can you see me? Can you all see me, hear me? Can you guys, am I still live? Apparently I am still live. Can confirm. Okay, good, I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't, it's my internet. I also need to drink water, but all I have here is Diet Coke. So, I'm not going to get up. Yeah, that absolutely counts. It's fluid. It's fine. Mm. God, I do love Diet Coke. And I prefer Dr. Pepper actually. They do have water in them. Carbonated water is the first ingredient. So, I think that counts. um, I managed to read, I finished off an essay in disability visibility, which I actually thought was pretty amazing. I really enjoyed it. It was about being angry at discrimination and marginalization and not how to deal with your anger, but like to eventually get to a point where you can use it in an effective way. And I loved it. I thought it was so powerful. Um, about not making yourself smaller and all that kind of stuff. It was just it was so good. I think I might read the next one in the next sprint, because then I'll be at the end of the second part, and then yeah, I'm making good headway in it. About halfway. So, yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then there's water in it. It's fine. And I'm pretty sure the first ingredient in Dr. Pepper is carbonated water. So I'm sure you're right. And then I read a little bit of Once and Future Witches, and it's so weird because I am enjoying it whilst I'm reading it, but I don't feel driven to pick it up. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but you'd think it would be right up my street. You know, it's about sisterhood. It's about witches. The suffragist movement, fractured sisterhood, shadowy and dying villains, a love letter to folklore, and the rebellious women of history. It sounds so up my alley, but I just don't feel very connected to it for some reason. How many more pages until the next part? I probably won't finish the first part this night. But maybe. Anyway. So yeah, not quite sure. Not quite sure how I'm doing. I need some more Halloween film recommendations because I'm not really a big Halloween film fan. But this year I've gotten really into the Halloween vibe, as you can see. What are your favorite Halloween films? India is going to be doing her Patreon wine and movie night at 8 o'clock. So that will be good. And we will watch Hocus Pocus, which is a big fave. Big fave. But yeah. Everyone's gone really quiet. I hope I'm still alive. So that one, and then I recently watched the Purge films, and the first one was fine, but I really liked the second and the third one. I actually thought they were pretty clever. Talking about the ways in which situations like that take advantage of people that are poorer or ill, etc. And I thought that was quite clever. Oh, comments! Yay! Hocus Pocus is a classic. Let me know what you think of the second one. I watched it the night it came out with a friend, and it was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it didn't really utilize Sarah very much, and she's quite a funny character in the first one. Catherine Egemini was absolutely utilized, and she was great. But I definitely felt like Sarah was only there for like the occasional one-liner. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed with the way they used her, but it didn't take itself seriously. But it had some nice throwbacks to the first, and I liked the kind of found family aspect of it. I won't spoil it, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. Got distracted by cooking. Ooh, what'd you make? But please vote on whether I should watch her. Don't make me choose, Ellen. Don't make me choose between my two children. I don't know. The thing is, I love the vibes of Practical Magic, and I would usually say Practical Magic, but the second half of Practical Magic is actually not very good. I don't love the possession-y stuff. I don't know. It wasn't. I find the beginning a lot more fun. But like I say, we're watching Hocus Pocus with India's patrons. I say we. I'm watching them as a patron with India. So if you wanted to like virtually join in on that, let me know. I'm not a scary film fan, so usually the territory. Oh, the Addams Family! I completely forgot about the Addams Family. Oh, that's such a good film. You're right. Damn. I really hope I don't get trick or treaters because I don't have any candy. I've never had trick or treaters. Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it technically a Christmas film or is it a Halloween film? You decide. Um, I don't much like The Corpse Bride, but I do like Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas. Wait, you've never watched Hocus Pocus or Practical Magic? Oh shit, have I just like spoiled Practical Magic for you? Um, my mum, my mum actually recently taped Rosemary's Baby because it was on TV, and she was like, "We should watch that," and I'm like, "You don't like scary films, but sure." That was quite funny. I remember when I was like 15, I watched 15 or 16. I watched like a 30-second clip of The Exorcist, and I didn't sleep for a month. Without nightmares. So maybe I will. I've heard good things about Smile. I've never watched Practical Magic, so my vote would be for Hocus Pocus. I think my vote is for Hocus Pocus too. I'm not either. I've only recently started to get into them. Yeah, to be fair, Adam's Family is just fun for the whole year, really. That's the beauty of NMC. NMC. Oh. I was like, what's NMC? Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, that is very true. I could watch it in November. Be like a real rebel without a cause. Everyone seems to. So I feel like I have to watch it or else. Yeah. I did my dissertation on why people watch scary films. Oh, cool. Oh, what did you find? Did you find anything out? Did you come to any sort of conclusions? Share. Do share with us. I've always seen Nightmare Before Christmas as a Halloween movie, but I think it can be both. I don't know why I've always thought of it as a Christmas film. If anyone asks me about Christmas films, I have plenty in mind, but Halloween has never really been my thing until this year. And for some reason this year I've clearly really gotten in the spirit. Mostly because I found these tiny little handmade mushrooms at a vintage fair, and they're just so stinking cute. And so now I'm apparently like, look at the detail underneath it. Like, just become a true autumn fan apparently. Yes, fair enough. Don't worry. I got what you mean in the end. I think, Ellen, if you haven't seen either of them, I would watch Hocus Pocus tonight. Personally. Are they so cute? Kendall, are you in the UK? Because if you are, I can send you the link. I just think they're adorable. I haven't got one of the because they've got three different styles. They've got the flat ones, they've got the rounded ones, and then they have pointy ones. And the pointy one's really cute, but I don't have any because I basically ordered a bunch and then sent them to my various friends because I found these in person, and then ordered the other ones online. Just think it's so cute. It's basically about how your mirror neurons react to emotions and how much of an endorphin response you have. Interesting. People who enjoy them tend to produce a lot of endorphins, and endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands. It masks some of the bad feelings. That's interesting. Oh. I know the endorphins are the happy ones. What? Yeah, so you decided to do that because you didn't understand why people like scary films. That's, I love that. I think that's so cool. Oh, come back. Oh, that's a shame. Well, if anybody is in the UK and wants to order the mushrooms, I can send them a link. Oh, they're so cute. I managed to find ages ago, I think it was last Christmas, I found these like clear glass baubles with like a circular cutout that had mushrooms and like fake moss in it. Unfortunately, in the post, it managed to all like come unglued, so I didn't end up being able to use them. But now I have these little tiny, these like very small mushrooms that I just pull out of them and put on my bedside table. So I just have a small collection of little tiny mushrooms. Um, it was very interesting, and I got to lock Freshies in a pitch black room and make them watch a clip of The Ring, then inflict some mild pain on them. That sounds like so much fun. Oh my god. Ah. It does sound really fascinating. I have no endorphins. I would like endorphins. That was a stretch. So what was the study that you did? You locked them in a room, made them watch parts of The Ring, and then inflicted pain on them to like measure their. That sounds so cool. Netflix UK had the cutest looking kids film called Spookly the Square Pumpkin. Oh my god! Spookly. Where's Netflix on my phone? Spookly. Well, now we know what Ellen's going to be watching. Spookly. Oh, there's two of them. There's also Phantom Pups. That's so cute. Super Monsters. Oh my god, so cute. Spookly the Square Pumpkin. And also there's Spookly and the Christmas Kittens. Now I know what I'm watching for Christmas. When a green cat and 3 stray kittens wind up at Holiday Hill Farm, Spookly the Square Pumpkin and his friends help the felines find their way home. I'm gonna have to watch that later. That's a very good point. I completely forgotten about that one. I love Charlie Brown. I do have a Valentine's Day version. I can't remember what it's called. Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown, I think. I do love it. They have the Christmas one too, don't they? The Charlie Brown Christmas. We're like, can you watch that? Where can you watch it? I bet you can't watch it anywhere. You can watch it on Apple TV? Well, you may also be able to watch it on Prime, I'm not sure. But it sounds like you'll be able to do it on Apple TV. Oh my god. Oh, yeah, the kitten one sounds fun too. I had a device made by my dissertation tutor that was essentially a blunt pin on a lever that you put your fingertip under. You could adjust how much pressure and therefore very mild pain inflicted by moving up the weights. Sorry, I didn't. I was so into it that I forgot to put it on the screen. That's cool. People who reported enjoying the film more tended to be able to take more pain because endorphins. Oh, that's how that worked. Oh, I see. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. Wow. Oh, so you must have done some kind of psychology degree? I'm going to take a wild guess and assume it was psychology. Did you enjoy it, your degree? Yeah, the Christmas. I can remember the song where they're all dancing in the room. So cute. And then there was slightly more to the correlations, but it was 13 years ago. Fair. I appreciate you telling us because that's quite interesting. Um, I remember I did a psychology A level, and I found it really interesting, but I wasn't quite brave enough to do psychology at uni. I don't know. I just felt a little bit unsure about it. I did quite a good job at it. I did get quite a good mark. Neuropsychology. Yeah, makes sense. Do you follow? It's not. I don't think she's a neuropsychologist. She's a neurobiologist. Do you watch Leonie, the book Leo? Because she talks occasionally about doing her masters in neurobiology. Pretty sure it's neurobiology. Might enjoy some of her content. It's not exactly the same, obviously, and I know that, but it might just be interesting. Yeah, neuropsychology, I can imagine would be really fun because you get to see all the, you get to like physically see how your brain changes. I guess with like regular psychology, it's hard to just see it's hard to know what the brain is actually doing. But when you see the neural pathways, it must be quite fun. Social psych, I was so bored of question. Yeah, I remember that's the thing that I didn't like about my A levels. We had to do so many questionnaires and surveys, and yeah, it's frustrating. I think I watched her a few years ago, but for some reason didn't keep it. Yeah, it's fair. She's a big dark academia fan. So if you're not really into dark academia, you might not enjoy her content. So, yes, Beth, you are very smart. So I've been hooked up to a few machines showing what my brain is doing. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. I had, what was it I had recently? Oh, I had like a cervical, not a cervical screening. I had where they were looking at my, oh, it was an ultrasound where they were looking at my ovaries. And I was I'd never had that done before. And I was looking up at the screen and I was like, oh, what's that? And they were like, that's just a little ulcer on your ovaries. It's not doing any harm. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And the same thing happened when they did my, like, because they do breast exams occasionally, breast ultrasounds. Well, that's not the right term. And I'd be looking at it going, oh, that's cool. What's that? I do quite like biology, even though I'm not very good at it. But I like knowing what the body does, and I like learning about these things, but I'm not as smart as you. I wish I was still as smart as when I was a teen. Absolutely. Yes. Bodies are fun. Bodies are weird and somewhat disgusting, but they're also quite fun. I'm going to pour my Diet Coke into my fancy wine glass. It's a black wine glass, and it's got like these little things at the bottom which make it almost look like a goblet, and I just think it's cool. Creepy. I've never had an ultrasound, but I went with my mum when she was pregnant. Oh, that would have been cool to see. I've never been pregnant, or I've never seen an ultrasound whilst pregnant, so but that would be so cool. I love biology too. Yeah, my biology AS level teacher was like, you clearly want to do well at it, but your brain is too scatty for biology. And I was like, damn, fine. Paula's good. She's doing very well. Thank you for asking. She's in the bedroom. It was so funny. I got home and I sat down on the bed and I was like, okay, right, I'm gonna do some work for about an hour. I didn't really have any plan for how long I was gonna go for, but I was like, I am gonna do some work. And she just kept like coming out from under the bed and meowing at me. But she wouldn't jump on the bed. So I was like, okay, I'll get on the floor. And then it turned 4 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I'll get her dinner. So I went and got her dinner. She went straight out to get her dinner. She must have been hungry. And then came back in, and she usually likes to just sit on her own once she's had dinner and like have a bath and stuff. But I was typing away, and it was about 4:30, and I was like, right, I'm gonna finish. And I turned to look down, and she was sat curled up next to me, and I was like, I didn't even know you were there. You were so quiet. But yeah, she's sweet. I think she does like the attention. She just doesn't want to admit, and she doesn't want to come into the living room to get attention. She just wants you to come to her. Yes, I completely agree. In goblet form. Yes. Oh, I've never had an ECG, but that's really cool. I like things like X-rays, and I had. Oh wait, the ECG is the heart, isn't it? I was thinking the ECG was the brain. I have had an ECG. That was quite interesting. Fancy glass. Yes. My mum got these for me for my birthday a couple of years ago. And they just kind of, they just look so witchy and cool. I've only discovered how much I enjoy biology as an adult. Yeah. It's never too late to find new interests, absolutely. I'm finding now that I really miss learning, and I miss having the formal structure of education, even though I didn't like education or learning when I was younger. But now I'm like, I wish I had something to do in the evening, like homework or something. I don't know why. My brain is like, I miss having an end goal. As the most frequently sickest person in my friend group, same. I amassed a lot of body knowledge. Yeah, very interesting. And also same. And my friends benefit from my experience. Yeah, me too. As the only person in my friend group who's had any sort of trauma, dental trauma, my friend was like, hey, you've had teeth taken out, right? And I was like, yes, many. And she was like, oh, I've got to have my first tooth taken out. She was 31 when she had her first tooth taken out. And she was really panicked about it. And I was just kind of like, you're going to be absolutely fine. Like, don't even. I just found it so hard to take it seriously. But I was like, oh, yeah, I can imagine it must be really frustrating. And I felt really bad because I was like, sure. But I guess if you've never had it done before, I can understand why it would be scary. But I was just kind of like, you're gonna be fine. Don't worry. I enjoyed psychology because most of it was theory and rambling. Yeah. My brain instantly lowered the tone. I have only discovered. Nice. She does. I think she does. I hope she loves me. I hope she's happy. I found that understanding how the body works has been super helpful for me with self-love, less body positivity, and more body neutrality. This is what I'm trying to work on as well. Like, I don't think I'm going to get to a point for a while where I actually love my body, but body neutrality is something, at least not being angry at my body all the time. I think that's my issue. So I'm just always pissed off that my body doesn't behave. And it leads to a lot of self-esteem issues and anger and frustration, and it would just be really nice if I could just be neutral and accept that it looks after me and I try and look after it. Not very easy. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. My every so often I get a doctor saying to me, "Oh, your condition's really rare, isn't it?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's like this happened to me recently. He was like, so your condition, I looked it up, and it's really rare. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's like, no, but it's like really rare. Like you're the only one in the UK with it. And I'm like, yes, that's true. And then I kind of thought it is impressive that my body's kept me going for this long, and yet it does stupid things like I get a random dental ulcer and I get really pissed off with it for not behaving, but it's kept me alive. It's doing a good job. I certainly don't make it easy for it. So, yeah. Alan's like, that is my whole thing. I'm the one that lowers the tone. Yes, there are so many things to be angry at in the world. It would be nice if one of them wasn't ourselves. Absolutely. You should get that tattooed. Yeah, me too. It's something I'm working on. And if anyone has any tips on how to do that, that would be great. I'm trying to read more from disabled authors. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. And sort of try and understand where other disabled people have managed to succeed at loving themselves and loving their bodies. And even if I don't get to the point where I love my body, it would just be nice to not be abusing it all the time. Out of frustration. My problem is that I don't like feeling things. Like, I don't like sitting with things to process them. And so that's my main. God, you got really deep in this one, didn't you? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. We're coming into, diving into our worst fears about our body. Yeah. Hi, my name is Chloe, and I deflect my trauma with humor. Yeah, so if anyone has any recommendations on how to do that, that'd be great. My cats and my dogs don't care what I look like, and they love you. Yes, that's true. Might also have something to do with you feeding them, but I also agree. It's worth bearing in mind. Hi, Josephine. Oh, good for you. What kind of workout did you do? Yeah, sorry, it was a little bit spur of the moment. Because I wasn't originally. I didn't think I was going to do them because I had to go up to Middlesex for an appointment. But as it turned out, my car got a flat tire instead. So when I realized I wasn't going to be able to make my appointment and I would just have an hour to drive home, I was like, yep, definitely doing sprints. Because I did want to do them. But I just wasn't sure I'd be back home for 5. It would be very nice if it was easy to be body neutral, but unfortunately not. Thanks for joining us, Josephine. Can I recommend anything from disabled authors? Yes. I'm currently reading Disability Visibility, and I am really enjoying it. I'm getting a lot from it. I will say it's quite scatty, There are so many things. I think they were really trying to get a wide variety of voices, so a lot of them don't really connect. But they're all about disability, so that's how they connect. And there are some in here that I really like. It's a collection of essays, if that wasn't obvious. Two essays that I really liked were where are they? How to Make a Paper Crane from Rage. I really like that one. And then I'm Tired of Chasing a Cure by Liz Moore. Yeah, those have been my favourites so far. Alternatively, I loved Kia Brown's book, The Pretty One. I really liked, if you're interested in fairy tales and fiction, I recommend oh my god, what's her freaking name? I can't remember her name. It's the Amanda LeDuc. It's called Disfigurement. Yeah, I think so. Disfigurement. Amanda. Disfigured. It's called Disfigured. It's called Disfigured on Fairy Tales, Disability, and Making Space. That one I think is probably the one that I enjoyed the most. Feelings are the scariest of them all. Exactly. Fuck feeling things. Absolutely. This is why we drink. Feelings are the true horror. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Me and my mum, fortunately my mum was with me, so I managed to I had some company. Otherwise I would have been a little bit I would have been quite bored and lonely. But yeah, we were driving out. We were only about half an hour of the way out, and I think I ran over something because I heard it like it was almost like a ceramic smash. And then we pulled over, and I had some water, and my mum opened the door, and she was like, "I can smell burning. Can you smell burning?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on." And then we got onto the road, and for some reason, my car was just making a really weird noise, and I was just like, "What is going on?" So we pulled over at Stonehenge because we were going up that route. And the security guard outside, because this was like 7:45 in the morning, and they were not even remotely open. And the security guard was like, "You can't park there. You can't park there." And I was like, "Well, something's wrong with my car, so I'm gonna have to wait here. There's nowhere else to go." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then my mum got out, and she's like, "Oh, yep, that is a burst tire." Oh, cool! I've always wanted to do something like that. That'd be really cool. Do you enjoy it? You must enjoy it. Whenever I'm having a moment where I'm not happy with my body, it makes me weight. Yeah, same. I go over what my body does for me. Like my lungs are expanding to let me breathe. My heart is working hard to. Oh, I love that. Pump blood through my body. My brain has millions of neurons to send signals to the rest of my body, etc. That's a great idea. I'm going to start doing that. Thanks for that, Kendall. I really appreciate that. Chai tea. I mean, chai tea with also Tai Chi. I'd be up for that. I do too. I used to do Pilates, and my mum was like, "I never saw you happier than when you were doing Pilates." And I was like, "Oh, maybe I definitely should do Pilates." Yeah, I'm going to try that. Thanks for that, Kendall. You find it works? It kind of works for you. It's helping. Yeah, I'm in for Tai Chi for sure. I try to do something similar. It definitely helps. Yeah, I've heard people tell me great things about positive affirmations, and at first I was like, "What is this?" Like, internalized, you know, disabled person stuff, being like, "Yeah, try yoga," kind of thing. But I think I might give it a go. I think I might try it because if you say something enough times, maybe I'll start believing it. Who knows? It might have been Jen Campbell, if you follow Jen Campbell. Um, she's I think she liked it as well. Yoga like makes me feel connected to my body in another way than sweaty working out does. Yeah, absolutely. It does, and Disfigured is narrated by the author, which is always good, as is Kia Brown's audiobook on Scribd. Is also narrated by Kia Brown, which is great because she's really fun to listen to. I feel this 100%. I feel so much better when I'm practicing yoga. I fell out of the habit a little while ago, and I've recently started again. It's been amazing so far. Oh, that's so good. That's what we like to do. Self-care. Yes. It's definitely helped me a lot. It just takes a lot of practice to get into the habit of doing it. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's true. Anything for me, just doing anything takes a long time to get into the habit. Like it took me about a year to get into the habit of really doing Pilates multiple times a week. And even then I kind of struggled because, she would swap out she was doing online classes for a while, and then when the restrictions got lifted, she started doing them in person again. And she's just so far away. She's like an hour's drive away one way, so it just made it difficult. So I fell out of the habit. Yeah, Kayla probably did. I think Kayla also read The Centaur's Wife, which is Amanda Leduc's fiction work. I didn't like it as much. I didn't really get it, but it was interesting, and I have a signed copy, and it's very pretty because Amanda sent it to me herself because I paid for it, obviously. Lately, I've been falling in and out of the habit of regularly moving my body, same, and it's scary how different I feel when I move it more versus not. Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, I've got a perforated eardrum, so I'm not actually able to go swimming, which is annoying because that's the only cardio that I can really do that isn't like seated cardio that's a bit boring. And I much prefer swimming because it makes me feel it's that whole connected to your entire self, not just like my arms, not just moving your arms and stuff. Yeah, so I find swimming is probably the best one for me. But yeah, I really miss it, and I haven't been swimming in a month. And I do really miss Pilates because my mum noticed that I was like walking straighter, and that I had like a lot of like my posture was good. I wasn't walking all hunched over. Like I was walking a lot more stably. I had a lot more stability when I walked, which is really important. So yeah, God, I need to get back into Pilates. I'm gonna message her and be like, any idea when they're gonna come back? Before I forget. There you go. I just messaged her saying, Tony. Yeah, I think that is absolutely Kayla's vibe. I love Kayla. She's so cool. I wish I was as cool as Kayla. I wish it wasn't so effective, but the silly walks for the silly mental health meme is literally the truest thing. Absolutely. It's very annoying. I wish it didn't work, but it does work. I love Sitting Pretty by Rebecca Tausig. It's so good. I haven't listened to the audiobook, but I have the physical copy, and it's so good. I felt a little I felt a little bit disappointed though, because at one point she's talking about online dating, and I thought she'd give me some, like, she'd impart some wisdom as to how to manage online dating with a disability. No, she just got really lucky and found a really amazing partner. Very unhelpful. Not something I can mimic. I love swimming. I have that TikTok audio playing in my head every time I go on a walk. Yeah, absolutely. I have like the past week, because of this perforated eardrum, I've really struggled to get out and about. And by out and about, I mean out of my bed. Because I think I spent 3 days in bed last week. I was really, really struggling last week. But I did try and go out and get coffee in the morning. There was one time when I got my nails done at like 9 a.m., so I had to be out and about by 8:45. And getting out and getting coffee really helped. It was just a shame that my wheelchair battery died on the way home. Great. I feel so called out every time I see that meme. It does ring true. It does. Right, it is almost 7 o'clock. We've only got an hour left. So should we do a second sprint? I feel like I love these sprints, and I really enjoy chatting with all of you guys, but I'm also like, oh, am I supposed to be sprinting? Maybe, potentially. And I do have to finish for 8 because I want to join India's Patreon one. Yeah, it's just been a rough week. I went to my doctor and I said, hey, can you up my antidepressants? And they were like, no, because you're sick. And that's probably why you're feeling depressed. And I was like, no, it's been going on for a while, but fine. So yeah, everything just kind of got on top of me last week. But I do feel better this week so far. Yeah, we should probably at least pretend to read. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, 45 minutes. Enjoy your reading and see you soon. Hello! Confession, I finished a chapter, so I just stopped. like 5 minutes ago. Well, not quite 5, maybe 2 to 3 minutes ago. I'm just at 100 pages into Once and Future Witches. I'm definitely enjoying it more. I'm almost at the end of the first part. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'm slowly getting there. Yeah. I may have to get the ebook though. Because this is so hard to hold. That's the problem with big books. But yeah, I realised I completely forgot to give you a book haul. Ellen liked something on Instagram and I was like, oh my god, I forgot. So I bought you've seen that I bought Witches. It looks so cool. I can't wait to read it. So that's gonna be good. I bought come here. Yeah. I bought Weather Girl by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I've had this on my wish list for a while. Ari Abrams loves working as a TV meteorologist, but unfortunately her boss is so busy fighting with her ex, who happens to be the station's news director, that there's always a storm brewing inside the newsroom. After a particularly explosive showdown, Ari and shy sports reporter Russell had to plan to get their bosses back together fast. As they work to help the sparring exes fall back in love, Ari finds herself telling Russell things she has always kept hidden, and soon realizes there's more to her quiet colleague than meets the eye. It seems like love might have been in front of Ari all along, but will Russell be able to embrace her dark clouds as well as her clear skies? I hope it's still perspective. I don't think it is. I don't know. I hope it is, but it does seem to be a friends to lovers. And it's a cute cover. So that one I got 2. I then also because we went to Stonehenge, and they've currently got a some kind of Japanese. How does Japan link up with Stonehenge stones exhibition? They've got Tales of Japan on sale. Traditional stories of monsters and magic. And it looks so good. And it's got the cloth ribbon. It's got a cloth bookmark. Yeah, so I'm excited for that one. That I can just pick up and whenever I want to. Also, my final purchase, I've heard nobody talk about it, and I mostly got it for the cover, as you will see. Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. But can we just appreciate the sprayed edges? So pretty! What does it look like underneath the dust jacket? Let's see. Oh. White and boring under the dust jacket. But it looks good. It's about Demon's story begins with his traumatic birth to a single mother in a single wide trailer looking like a little blue prize looking like a little blue prize fighter. For the life ahead of him, he will need all of that fighting spirit, along with buckets of charm, a quick wit, and some unexpected talents, legal and otherwise. So it looks really good, and also it's just It's just beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. So yeah. And I've heard absolutely nothing about it. So I'm very intrigued. Apparently, Barbara Kingsolver is well known for her prize winning and best selling author of 10 novels, as well as books of poetry, essays, and creative nonfiction. So, yes. So pretty. Okay. Yeah, so those are the books that I got. Now we can catch up with the comments. Oh my god, there's so many comments. Wait, we're reading this. We're reading in this live. Apparently, I did some reading. I don't know about you guys. Oops, come on, go back. I feel very weird about this self improvement because taking a walk and eating veggies really does help my well being. But it sometimes seems that if you're not feeling well, it's your own fault. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes there's a lot of I don't know what the. I was in the middle of saying something and I forgot what I was saying. In maintenance phase, they talk about this. Yeah, too. Where if you're healthy, it doesn't necessarily mean you did something right. Yeah. There's a lot about doing things to help your well-being also being a moral issue when realistically it isn't. It just because you may not be able to do something and you may not be able to maintain your well-being doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It's not your fault, So yeah, it's hard. Kendall agrees. It's definitely a fine line. I try to separate habits and eating veg from the idea of perfect health. They're helpful tools overall, but they don't mean our health will look a certain way. Yeah, absolutely. Food is not medicine, as they like to say. Hi, Shaw. Literally just finishing. Sorry. Because India's got her Patreon wine and movie night, which I'm going to join, and that starts at 8. So, sorry. Hope we're doing alright. And thanks for joining. Absolutely zero reading was done this sprint. A friend called. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. A ranty talk. That sounds good. I support it. And as they are my sprints, my ruling is that I support it. 4 pages read. Nice. Good job. What did you eat? Very important question. Ranty chats are always good. Absolutely. Have you read Evie Drake Starts Over? I haven't. What is Evie Drake Starts Over? Oh, it looks cute. In a sleepy seaside town in Maine, recently widowed Evie Drake leaves her large, painfully empty house nearly a year after her husband's death in a car crash. Everyone in town, even her best friend Andy, thinks grief keeps her locked inside and Evie doesn't correct them. Meanwhile, in New York City, Dean Tenney, former Major League pitcher and Andy's childhood best friend, is wrestling with what miserable athletes living out their worst nightmares call the yips. He can't throw straight anymore, and even worse, he can't figure out why. As the media storm heats up, an invitation from Andy to stay in Maine seems like the perfect chance to hit the reset button on Dean's future. Ooh, Dean won't ask about Evie's late husband, and Evie won't ask about Dean's baseball career. And what starts as an unexpected friendship as I say, I'm a big fan of Friends to Lovers, so I think I need to read this. Clearly. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Nice. How long is it? And also, I don't know what it's about. Can you tell us? Tales from Japan. Yeah, it looks so good, doesn't it? And it's a really pretty book. I do want to read more like stories from, short stories from other cultures and other countries. This one has This Momotaro, the son of a peach. Did I disappear? Am I still here? Ghosts and Monsters. Justice. Ooh. It's split into 3 sections: Journeys, Ghosts and Monsters, and Justice. That does sound good. Well, I'm very excited to read that. Slowly. Because I don't read short stories that quickly. Yes, very much needed. I have never even heard of Barbara Kingsolver. Kingsolver? Yeah, Kingsolver. And it's a beautiful book. Yes. Sprayed edges, we love it. Oh, I'm sorry. You can rewatch it from the beginning. We only do 2 sprints because we just spend the whole time chatting, but that's okay. This chat is smart, a lot of good points. Absolutely. You're all very supportive. Oh, mac and cheese. Want. Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I hope she's okay. Oh, Esty. Unpacking. That's good. That's a good sign. Means that you have been moving. I'm impressed. I never told you. It's just a ghost story about a guy who accidentally stumbles across a run down mansion type place and feels a child's hand in his, but there's no one there. Ooh, spooky. Is it giving you the spooky vibes? It's only about 150 pages and it's a tiny book. Well, hopefully it can give you that Halloween mood that you're craving. Ellen, let us know what film you decided to choose to watch. Please. Thank you. And I think on that note, I'm gonna have to go. Oh, I'm glad she's okay. Oh, silly Esty. Oh dear. Well, yeah. Yeah. Do send me a message. And on that note, I have to go. I would stay, but because India's doing her film wine and movie night, and I also haven't had dinner. I should probably eat. So. We have chatted about a lot of stuff tonight, and I love it. I'm very happy with it. It's atmospheric, but I think it's criticised for having no plot. Okay. That would be Shah. Thanks for the sprints and enjoy the movie night. Thank you. You too, whatever movie you decide to go with. Let us know. Thanks for the company. Yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. Me. I mean, Paula's included, even though she didn't show up. Thanks for joining, everybody. And I'm glad. Yeah, me too. And thank you for your advice, Kendall. I think that's a really good suggestion. Thank you for joining anyway. You too. And I'll send you a message in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yes, happy Halloween. Enjoy your Halloween evenings or days, whatever time it is with you. And I will be back same time, same channel on Monday next week. I think I'm gonna make Monday a weekly thing because I really enjoy doing it Monday nights. Alternatively, India's not doing she's cutting down on her Patreon for next couple months, I think. Potentially for the rest of the year. So if we did want to move it to Friday nights, could also do that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep to Monday nights for the foreseeable future. So yeah. Okay. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and stay safe this Halloween. Cuddle your pets, and yeah, thanks for joining.